Hello everyone, I am Rupali Shivare from NDMP College of Engineering, Department of Computer Engineering, Nasik. So today we are going to discuss about the second unit, that is the combinational circuit. These are the course objective of that subject. So these are the course outcome. In the second unit of combinational circuit, we are going to study how to design and implement the combinational circuit. In combinational logic design, we focus on code converter, that is BCD, XS3, gray code, binary code, half adder circuit, full adder circuit, half subtractor, full subtractor, binary adder, BCD adder, look ahead carry generator, and we are going to study also the multiplexer, demultiplexer, comparator, parity generator and checker. So code converter. In the code converter, we can study the classifications of code, properties of code, that is applications of code, conversion of code and its importance. So there are the different examples of code conversion, that is BCD, XS3, gray code and binary code. So code converter means that particular binary code is given in that particular weighted codes, self-complementary codes, unit distance code, cyclic code, alphanumeric codes, error detecting and correcting codes. So the codes are given in the form of different informations, and the information may include the numbers, alphabets or symbols. And these codes are used to store and transmit the data efficiently. So first is weighted code. In the weighted code, we are going to follow the format of 8421. So this is the weighted code example. So weight of this digit or bits depends on its position of binary or BCD. So second one is the self-complementary code. Self-complementary code, that is the XS3 code. So when you have given the binary or BCD numbers, we add 3, that is 0011 to get the XS3 equivalent code. So next is the unit distance code. In the unit distance code, the name itself indicates that there is a unit distance between two consecutive codes. That pattern is different, or that bits are in two consecutive numbers, differs in only one bit position. So gray code example is also the example of unit distance code. So this is the example of gray code. So we'll discuss how to convert the numbers from binary to gray or gray to binary. So gray code applications, these are the applications. First one, important features of gray code is it exhibits only a single bit change from one code word to the next in sequence. This property is important in many applications such as shaft encoders, where the error susceptibility increases with the number of bits changes between adjacent numbers in a sequence. It is sometimes convenient to use the gray code to represent the digital data converted from the analog data or output of the analog to digital converter. Gray codes are used in angle measuring devices in preference to the straightforward binary coding. It is also useful for the gray code, and it is used in K-map also. So these are the code conversion types. So in code conversion, very first type, that is binary to gray code conversion. So we use the XOR truth table logic there. So first record the MSB bit as it is, and after that we'll take the XOR this bit to the next position bit and record the resultant bit. And after that record the successive XOR bit until that sequence get completed. So if you want to convert the 011 binary number into gray code number, that time we'll take this MSB bit as it is. After that we'll take the XOR of this bit and adjacent bit, that is 0 XOR 0, that indicates 0, and 0 and 1 XOR, that is 1, and after that again 1 XOR 1, that will get 0. So this is the gray code equivalent of this binary number. Next is gray to binary conversion. In gray to binary conversion, so the gray code can be converted to the binary by a reverse process. They record the most significant bit as it is and again apply the XOR truth table logic. XOR binary MSB bit to the next bit of the gray code and record the resultant bit. So continue the process until the LSB is recorded. For example, you have given 1011 number. So that time again you have to take this one MSB bit. So this is the LSB bit and this is the MSB bit. So take the MSB bit as it is. After that that resultant bit again XOR with the next adjacent bit. So 1 XOR 0, you will get 1 again here. So again output bit, that is 1. 1 XOR 1, you will get the 0 here. 0 XOR 1, you will get 1. So adjacent bit of 1011, that is 1101. So this is the grade 2 binary code conversion. So this is the truth table for 4-bit binary BCD or binary to gray code conversion. So BCD number means already in the first unit also we discussed. So BCD is the binary coded decimal numbers. So 0 to 9 are the valid BCD numbers and above 9 numbers are called as invalid BCD numbers. So when we want to convert the BCD number to gray code conversion, we'll take the numbers from here 000 to this 9, that is 1001. Okay, so we'll consider the valid BCD number, and after that we'll apply the same previous logic. Suppose 0000 is there, so write the MSB bit as it is, then take the XOR of this 0 bit with the B2 bit, so it will again 0, and again take the XOR of B2 with B1, you will get the 0. Same for the B1 XORing with the B0, you will get the 0. So that is the binary to gray code conversion. For example, if you want to convert this number, that is 0110. This number is in BCD, you want to convert it into gray code. So I will convert it. See, 0110. So write the MSB bit as it is. After that, take the XORing of this 0 with 1. So 0 XOR 1, you will get 1 here. Again take the XORing of 1 with this 1. So 1 XOR 1, that is 0. And next again take the 1 XOR 0, you will get 1 here. So what is the logic of XOR truth table? For the odd number of inputs, you will get the output 1. For even number of inputs, you will get the output 0. So we'll apply the logic of XOR truth table in conversion of BCD or binary to gray. So we have formed this truth table. Then after that we'll go for the binary to gray code conversion. So binary to gray code conversion is also same. We write the MSB bit as it is, and after that we'll take the XORing of the adjacent bits till you get the last LSB bit. So this is the K-map representation. In the K-map representation for the 4-bit variables, you can take the sequence, that is B0, B1, B2, B3, and you can check the input. If it is 0000, what will be the output? You can mark that output from the truth table. For example, if you want to consider this example, B3 is 0, B2 is 1, and B1 and B0 are 00. That time, what will be the G3 output? It is 0. Or you can consider any condition. For this 01110, what will be the G2? It is 1. So you can mark that G2 here. This is the K-map for G2. So that time when it is 0110, so that time it will be 1. So you can mark this K-map cell as a 1 output. Okay. So same way in the last unit also we discussed about how to represent the K-map. So here we will not go in details. So you already know how to design the K-map. So just for every output, say in the truth table, you have to draw the K-map for G0, G1, G2 and G3. So check the input condition and mark the output bit as per this table. And after that you have to form the grouping. So grouping means there is for G3 there is possibility of octet. So you can make the grouping of this octet. So you will get the expression here. All the redundant cells get removed and you will get the conditions here. G3 is equal to B3 because again 0 and its complements get again removed. So G3 is equal to B3. Same for the G2 conditions again here. So this G2 you can make there are 2 chords. So 2 groupings are there. You can form again the expressions G2 is equal to, this is B3 bar B2 and plus B3 B2 bar. So this is the expression for G2, and for G1 the expression is this, there is 1 chord and again this one makes second chord. So there are possibility of 2 chords. So G1 is equal to B2 into B1 bar plus B2 bar B1. Next G0 expression, there is again possibility of 2 chords. So this is first grouping and this is second grouping. For this grouping this redundant cell gets removed. So here the expression is B1 into B0 bar. B1 into B0 bar. Next For this grouping, it is B1 bar B0. B1 bar B0. So G0 expression here B1 B0 bar plus B1 bar B0. So this is the circuit diagram for binary to gray code conversion. In binary to gray code conversion, already we discussed one example, and with the help of this expression you can draw the circuit diagram. Here G3 is equal to B3. So you can show here G3 is equal to B3. And what is the B2 expression here? In the B2 expression, that is the B3 B2 bar plus B3 B2 bar B2. So B3 B2 bar. So it is XOR. This expression is nothing but the XOR expression, like AB bar plus A bar B. That is nothing but A XOR B. Same like that. So B3 into B2 bar plus B3 bar into B2, that is nothing but the B2 XOR B3. So that's why in this expression we draw here B2 into B3. So this B3 input is given here and B2 input is here. So that is nothing but your G2. Same for the next expression, that is G1. G1 is also, that is the B1 XOR B2, and G0 is B0 XOR B1. So in the circuit diagram for G1, we will show here the B1 XOR B2. XOR input from B2 is given here, and that is nothing but the G1 expression. And G0 expression, that is B1 XOR B0. So B1 input is given to this XOR gate and B0 is given here. Okay. So at the time of implementation, we have to take care that. So how you can give the particular input? Here the input is, so you have to take the IC 7486, that is the XOR IC, and when you take this IC, that time you have to consider this is as a first gate and this one is as a second gate and this is third gate. So one IC hold 4 gates, right? So this one makes the first input, second input and third pin as output. Same for the fourth and fifth are the inputs and 6 is the output. Okay, so you have to check the IC diagram. As per the IC diagram, you can make the pin numbering here. After that, this B0, B1, B2, B3 are taken as an input, and runtime you can change the input to the either VCC or ground. If you want to apply the input for this number, suppose 0, 1, 1, 0. This is your B3, this is your B2, B1, B0. So B3 is connected to the ground, B2 is connected to the VCC, B1 is also connected to the VCC, and B0 is connected to the ground. So you can change the input as per your input number. And this G0, G1, G2 and G3 are the outputs. So you can connect the LED to these pins and you can observe the output. Now, so when you connect the LEDs, the longer lead of that LED is connected to this output pin and shorter lead is connected to the, that is ground. Okay. So you can observe the output as per your truth table. So next is binary coded decimal, that is the BCD code. So in the BCD numbers are valid from 0 to 9 and above 9 numbers are invalid. So we'll discuss how to convert the invalid number to the valid number. So we have to add 6 to that invalid number, then you will get the valid BCD numbers. So packed BCD means above 2-digit numbers are called as packed BCD and 0 to 9 numbers are called as unpacked BCD. So this is the concept of BCD number. See, 0 to 9 numbers are same like binary and BCD, but above 9 numbers of BCD are different. If you want to write the binary of 23, so you have to write the binary of 2 first, then write the binary of 3. Then you will get the BCD equivalent. Okay, so further part we will discuss in the next video. So these are the references. So thank you. Thank you everyone.